What is up, you guys, and welcome to the Upper 90 YouTube soccer channel, where today we're previewing the game between Chelsea and Crystal Palace. The first game of the season is here. I'm looking forward to this. We're going to have fans in this game. It's going to be just a great atmosphere for this game. So stick around as we dive deeper into this. For those that don't know who I am, my name is Mike, huge Chelsea fan, which is why we're talking about the preview between Chelsea and Crystal Palace. Now, Thomas Tuchel came out with a little bit more of a unique style today. I'm kind of curious to see why he picked some of these players. Hopefully we can get a little more in-depth after the match why he picked some of these players, because I'm really kind of surprised that he went with Alonso over Chilwell, because Chilwell didn't play during the Euros, so it's not like he played a lot or anything and needs more rest. Possibly though, he does need some more time to adapt to the squad, would be my guess, and which is why Alonso is starting. Even though Alonso's been playing really well during the preseason, I still think Chilwell is the better left wing back, but overall I'm not too upset with Alonso starting him again. He does attack more and doesn't defend as well, and that may be an issue in our game today. The other players I'm a little surprised about was Chalobah, who is starting today. I thought Thiago Silva may be starting, or possibly Kurt Zouma. That's just because, I mean, Thiago Silva played a lot too in the Copa, and therefore probably needs a little bit more rest as well. And I think next week is when we're going to see all those players starting again. But then we also went with Rudiger and Christensen, which again, if Thiago Silva is not starting, that makes sense why he's going to be starting there. But then in the right wing back, we have Azpilicueta, which again seems a little surprising. I thought Reece James again would be the other player. Might be the same thing with Chilwell, that he did play in the Euros. They made it to the final. So again, he may need some time to rest and adapt back into the squad. So again, I'm a little bit surprised by these players, but at the same time, it does make sense why Tuchel is going with these players. Now in the midfield, again, Conte has been up and down with some injuries. I think he's still having a knock, which is why he's not starting today. But we are seeing Jorginho and Kovacic in the midfield, which, as we know, it's a pretty good pairing. Not too surprised that Jorginho is playing. Same thing with England, that he was in the final. Obviously he won, but he is starting. I think he's the player that we need in the midfield pretty much every single game, because he can really dictate our gameplay in the midfield, make a lot of key passes, make a lot of tackles, and just, again, like I said, control the game whenever we need to. Maybe slow the pace down or bring it up a little bit. Jorginho can definitely do that, which is why I think Tuchel is really supportive of starting this player. Even though he didn't get the rest that he needed, I still think he's not one of those players that is running up and down the pitch like all our other forwards that we have, and therefore he can really rely on him not really fatiguing or gassing out in this game. Now, along with those players, then we are seeing then Pulisic, which again, I'm surprised by this. We're seeing Timo Werner, and then we're also seeing who's the other guy we got, and Mason Mount, obviously, because Mount needs to start. And it's the same thing. So Mount again for England starting, but we're not seeing Chilwell or Reece James. So again, I'm not too sure why we're seeing this difference here, but Mason Mount definitely needs to start as well. Ziyech obviously picked up the injury in our last preseason match, which was so sad because he had a really good preseason, scored multiple goals, but it looked like he picked up a shoulder injury. Hopefully he gets back soon, and if he was healthy, I think he would be starting today. Timo Werner starting, obviously, because Lukaku cannot start today. He just signed with us, so he's going to need some time to adapt to the squad, even though he's an elite striker and will fit into the squad right away. The other player I'm really surprised though is Kai Havertz. I thought for sure he was going to start today. Again, he had a really good preseason. Yes, I think Timo Werner, Mason Mount, and Christian Pulisic are really good players, but I thought for sure Kai Havertz was going to start over one of those three players, just because, again, he's been playing so well. And really, Timo Werner and Kai Havertz really play off each other pretty well. So I thought for sure those two, and then possibly Mason Mount, Pulisic coming off the bench. But, it is what it is, and that is what Tuchel's going with today. Really looking forward to seeing how this team actually adapts to playing against Crystal Palace. Yes, they are a team that are kind of up in the air right now. They have Patrick Vieira as their new manager. We'll see what he does. Again, I don't think he's really up to the task of being a Premier League manager just yet, and I think he's going to have some struggles, and I think it's going to start showing right off the bat. I say that now and watch Chelsea loses this game, because I say that Chelsea should easily win this match. But who knows? That's why we play the game. We don't just look at the paper. We play to see what happens, because anything can definitely happen in this game. My prediction, though, for this game is seeing Chelsea win fairly easy. I think they're going to score at least 3 goals, and I don't see them giving up any goals as well. So I think it's going to be at least 3-0, if not maybe 4-0. Again, I don't see Crystal Palace putting any real threats against Chelsea. Yes, we do have some younger players on the wings and stuff, and Alonso, again, is a little bit of a threat, but overall, I don't see Crystal Palace being too threatening in our defensive third. So therefore, like I said, that is going to be the score, 3-0. So that is all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate that, and we will see you next time.